Welcome to MyZone Online School. My name is Teacher Precious and I'm with my friend here. Say hello. The theme for this week is public transport. And before we begin, let us sanitize our hands. Let's rub our hands. And let's spread out. You spread out your hands so that they don't touch the person next to you, and you also do it in front as well. Remember to social distance and to wear your mask every time you go out. In today's lesson, we are going to talk about problem solving, fractions, addition and subtraction, and data handling. Let's now turn to page 9, where we are going to talk about problem solving, or we call them number stories. We have a story of our 3 classmates. We have Maylin, we have Nini, we have Romeo. Let's read the story. Marilyn, Nini, and Romeo are keeping score of the game they are playing. When a player wins a game, that player gets 5 points, which means plus 5 points. Okay. If a player loses a game, we write lose or loses. The player has 3 points taken away, which means minus 3 points. If it's a tie means they have the same score. Maybe it's 1-1 or 2-2. If it's a tie, each player gets 2 points. So it's plus 2 points. Okay. Let's now check our questions. We are going to do number 1 and 2. What does number 1 say? Each of them has 20 points to start with, which means Marilyn 20, Nini 20, Romeo 20. How many points do they have in total? It means 20 plus 20 plus 20. Okay, this is how we are going to do number 1. Let's now check number 2. Maylin wins the first game. Maylin wins the first game. How many points does Maylin have after the first game? We said a win is 5 points. So Marilyn will get 5 points. I now want you to do number 3, 4, 5, and 6, following what I was doing here. Thank you very much, grade 2s. Let's now turn to page 10, where we are going to talk about fractions. And our first lesson is on the fraction chart. This is our fraction chart, and on this chart, we are going to learn to name the fractions. We have our first part here, which is not divided. It's written 1/1, but we call it 1/2. The second one is a half. Then we have a third. You must know how to call these fractions well. We also have a quarter. 1/5, we call it a fifth. Then we have a sixth, eighth, and tenth. That's all about the fraction chart. You must also try to draw it grade 2s. Okay? And grade 3s, you can use it for your revision. You can also draw it. Let's now turn to page 11, where we are going to color the fractions. I have my picture here. It's a pizza. This is a pizza. So we want to color 1/4. Which means my friend here will eat one part. This one part out of the 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't say 1/3. We say 1/4. So we want to color 1/4. So this is what we do. So like this, it will be 1/4. Let me do another example again. 2/4. It means we can also color here, which means 2 pieces of pizza out of 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Okay. That's all. I want you to do the rest. You draw a circle. You show me the number of parts. If there are 2 out of 5, it means there must be another one here. Then you color the number on top. 2 out of 5. Okay. Now, let's move on to page 12, where we are going to do a comparison of fractions, grade 3s, or we say we are going to compare fractions using greater than, less than, or equal to. Okay. Let me give an example. We have 2 out of 4. Then we have 3 out of 4. Okay. We want to see who is going to eat the bigger piece of pizza. So we color 1, 2. This one is 1, 2 pieces. And this one, okay. So this one will eat the 2 pieces and the other one will eat the 3 pieces. So which one is bigger? Which one will get the bigger piece? So 3/4 is the biggest. Okay. We now move on to the next example. We have our pizza here. My friend will eat 2 pieces out of 4. Okay. Then this pizza is cut into 8 pieces. And I'll eat 4 pieces. Okay? I can choose Okay. Or let me draw it again and do it on the same side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 8. If I shade, you see, the 4 pieces will give us the same size as this side. So it's equal. Okay. Thank you very much. That's all about fractions for today. Let's now move on to page 3, where we are going to do addition and subtraction of numbers using the number line. Okay. I have my number line here on the board. And we are going to start by subtracting numbers. And I'll do with you the first one and the second one only. So, our first sum is 17 minus 2. So we go to 17. Then we count 1, 2. So, 17 minus 2 equals to 15. Okay. Let me try 12 minus 6. We come to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our answer, 12 minus 6 equals to 6. So you do the rest on your own. We are now moving on to addition of numbers using our number line. Okay. Our first question is 3 plus 7. Okay. So we go to 3 plus, we are adding, we are going forward. Okay. 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 3 plus 17 equals to 20. Okay. Let me do one more. We can take here 9 plus 9. Okay. We go to the number 9 here. This is number 9. And we add 9 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the answer is 18. 9 plus 9 equals to 18. That's all about addition and subtraction of numbers using the number line. Grade 2s and grade 3s, remember to follow for your revision purposes. Thank you very much. Let's now turn to page 14, where we are going to talk about data handling. Okay. I have a picture on the board, and we want to start by naming the graph. Today, what we are going to use is called a bar graph. This is a bar graph. And we are going to draw the bars from the story which is given here. Let's read the story, and whilst we are reading, we'll be drawing the graph. During the holidays last summer, whilst traveling across Namibia with a bus, which means one bus. So this is what we do, grade 2s. We come to bus and we draw a line, okay? Then we join. Okay? I came across 7 cars at the roadblock between Windhoek and Okahanja. How many cars? 7 cars. So we look for cars here. This is cars. How many cars? 7. We come here. We draw our bar. Okay. When we reach the coastal town at Walvis Bay, I saw 3 boats anchored at the harbor. How many boats? 3 boats. Okay, we go to boats. We draw the bar. Okay. And I saw also 2 planes flying above. How many planes? 2 planes. The aeroplanes. Two planes. Okay. After the holiday, I took a train back to Windhoek. So it's 1 train. We come here again and we draw the bar. This is how you draw the bar graph. Then if you want, you can color or you can make lines. You can do the same to all of them. And that's how we do the bar graph. That's all for today's lesson, grade 2s. Thank you. Let's now turn to page 15, where we are going to do bridging. And our question is, complete the following sums, make the 10 to add. Bridging means finding the missing number. Okay. I'm going to do an example with you. We have 9 plus 7 equals to, then we have a box, and we have 2 circles. Okay. First, we want to add 9 and 7. 9 plus 7 equals to 16. Okay. Now, we'll take the 6 and put it here. Okay. Then, to get this number, we are going to subtract 7 minus 6. And we get 1. Okay. We come to the next stage where we now want to find the 10. 9 plus 1 equals to 10. plus, we now bring down this 6. Okay, so it will be 10 plus 6 equals to 16. Okay, now I want you to follow my example and the examples given in our booklet to do the other sums. Thank you so much, grade 2s and grade 3s. Remember to keep on revising. Thank you very much for today's lesson. And before we leave, I would like to remind you to always sanitize. And remember to spread out your hands so that you don't touch the person next to you, and you also do it in front as well. Okay, remember to social distance, and every time you go out, remember to wear your mask. Okay? Before we move on to the next lesson, let's call our friend Zoshi to say bye.
What is social distancing? Hi everyone, I am Zoshi, and I'm back. It literally just means that you need to stay home all the time and keep away from crowded places. And remember to keep your distance from your friends too. Everybody stay safe. Yay! Till next time. Bye!
COVID-19 affects people very differently. Many people show no symptoms at all, but some are hospitalized for weeks. So what does the disease do to your body? The coronavirus enters through the mouth, nose or eyes. It then usually attaches itself to cells lining the nose, throat, airways or lungs. It can turn these cells into factories that multiply and spread the virus. For the majority, a fever, cough and breathlessness are as bad as it gets. But the virus can damage the small blood vessels lining the lungs and initiate clotting. The alveoli are tiny air sacs where oxygen goes into the blood. If they become inflamed, it can trigger pneumonia. Seriously ill patients need to be given oxygen as the lungs fill with fluid and debris.
I legit couldn't breathe. My oximeter was measuring under 88% oxygen levels, which is very dangerous. And the only time I ever thought my life was in danger was at that point.
COVID-19 doesn't just affect the lungs. It can also disrupt the immune system, which is used by the body to fight illnesses. Cytokines are part of the immune system that find and signal infections. For some people with severe COVID-19, this system can go into overdrive. If too many cytokines build up, it can cause an overreaction that damages healthy cells. This is called a cytokine storm for the most severe cases. COVID-19 can lead to seizures or even a coma. It can also cause brain problems that lead to strokes. The immune system overreacting can cause clots that stop the blood supply to parts of the brain. Brain inflammation, psychosis and dementia-like symptoms can also affect seriously ill patients. The average length of the illness is 14 days, but many people have symptoms for much longer. Breathing problems and post-viral fatigue last for months in some cases.
I cannot walk for long simply because I will feel a little bit short of breath and I feel the need to sit down. And that's something that has never happened to me before.
Some of the people who are most likely to develop severe symptoms are older adults and those with underlying health conditions. It's not fully known how anyone will react to COVID-19 until they get it. So it's important for everyone to follow health guidance. What precautions are you taking to stay safe?
On the Gold Coast of West Africa lies the peaceful and diverse nation of Ghana. I'm pretty close right now to the geographical center of the Earth. It is also one of the last pockets for elephants in the wilds of West Africa.
Every country in the world just about has cattle, sheep, goats, horses, donkeys, but it's only Africa that has the real megafauna, the charismatic stuff which people in the rest of the world want to see.
The passion that the staff have for the job.
There's value to a bird which brings birders to a place like this. I mean, this is a birding paradise. We see an intrinsic appreciation and joy from seeing the wildlife out here, but not everybody does.
You can't get to Moli and then will not be passionate about what we do, because you'll be the only one left. Everybody is passionate.
The only worthwhile war, the war against destruction, the war against loss, the war for peace, for balance, for inclusion.
It is out of my way. Buffaloes, elephants, tigers, Atabi are still in existence.
If Mole fails, then Ghana is without wildlife.
Join me as we journey to the untamed wilderness of northern Ghana to meet these last defenders.
The people within the law enforcement agencies don't really know. You're talking about a roan antelope. Somebody thinks it's just like a goat.
We know the world is a crazy place right now, but don't panic. Take a breath, slow down, or better yet, stop completely. We'll still be here when everything settles down. In this time of uncertainty, look to nature. She has all the answers, you know. We're not only giving ourselves time to reset, we're giving nature time to restore, revive, restart. We're saving ourselves and we're saving the world. Stay home now so that we can welcome you to Namibia again soon. Yes, the world's a crazy place right now, but don't despair. Find the joy, cherish hope, breathe. Take a moment, take a few, and someday soon you'll once again be able to stare in wonder at this magnificent view. The world's a crazy place right now, but don't worry, we'll still be here. We'll see you again soon.